Hey, I'm Julie Paez with the JWP Group at RE/MAX, and I am sitting, today we're going to do Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin. Land O'Lakes is long and lean, and it's beautiful. It takes the whole northern ridge on the east side. You run into Michigan across the north. You have Conover and Land O'Lakes to your right and south, Boulder Junction to your south, and Winchester to your west. So it's a really long, about 95-mile township in the northernmost part of Vilas County in northern Wisconsin, and it is about, I think it was 83 square miles of the 96 is land and about 13 is water. The Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin has some fantastic lakes. Where I decided to start this video out is I'm on Black Oak Lake. This is about a 545 acre lake, which is a stunning 85 feet deep in certain points. I believe this has long been on the top 10 clarity and pristine lakes in northern Wisconsin. I'll take you over and show you a picture of the map. But this is a fantastic lake. This is the public boat landing for Black Oak Lake. And I'm just going to pan around here. I'll flip the camera so you can see how gorgeous it is and how beautiful the beach is. So again, here is Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin. This is Black Oak Lake. Look at that beach. Look at the clarity of that water. And then I'm going to do a little pan here so you can kind of see how big and beautiful it is. But again, 544 acres in size, 85 deep in certain spots, and it's the home of the Conserve School, which is a semester school, I believe, for juniors in high school, where you can come up here and learn about conservation management. But this is a great spot, and I'm going to take you downtown, take you a little drive through some of my favorite spots in Land O'Lakes. But again, this is northern tier, Vilas County. It runs east and west. It's long and narrow, and it's the home of some great national forest lands and some great activity. So now I'm coming right down County Highway B, which actually runs the length of Presque Isle from Highway 45 all the way over to Winchester and the town through the township of Presque Isle. And it is a long and winding, beautiful drive in the fall. You've also got a beautiful drive on Highway S that leads south from Highway B, which is also beautiful country. You can start to see the Land O'Lakes town signs. You can see on the right side of the road the bike trails. So there's bike trails all over up here, which causes a huge amount of traffic because people love to use our infrastructure for the bike trail system. You've also got huge snowmobiling. So just this little bit north of like Eagle River, Three Lakes, you really get into what people like to call the snow belt. And once you get over to Winchester, it even gets snowier a little bit closer to the snow belt. But the trail conditions just from Land O'Lakes to Eagle River can make a huge difference. There's the Dairy Maid, one of my favorite spots in the summertime. And I know I usually like to have my window down, but Bernadette, my assistant, told me I need to roll up my window up, otherwise you cannot hear a word that I'm saying. So now we're going to drive right downtown Land O'Lakes. You've got the tackle box, you've got sawbucks. We just passed the post office. We're going to see on our left the Land O'Lakes Art Center, Lola as it's known. A lot of art classes, things like that happen here. Brand new grocery store, I think 2 years ago, I believe, that just opened up, which was huge for Land O'Lakes. Gives you a nice little hometown grocery store. You're going to see your local real estate companies, your downtown, your historical society, more furnishings, and then our gas station up here on the left. I'm going to pull over here and talk to you a little bit more. I'll get outside of the car so you can hear a little bit better what I'm talking about. We are now just through town. You take a right by Gateway Lodge and Gateway Golf Course. So Land O'Lakes has its own golf course, and I am at the Land O'Lakes Airport. Literally called the Land O'Lakes Airport. They have their own airport up here. There's also one, I think, a little bit on the south side, but it's smaller. And believe it or not, this airport does about 8,000 flights come and go per year. I can tell you the majority of them are probably in the summertime, from Memorial Day to Cranberry Fest weekend. But they've got their own airport up here, which is fantastic. I've picked up many a client here at the Land O'Lakes Airport to give them a tour of the Northwoods. Another couple of things about this unique little township in northern Wisconsin is 11 people per square mile is the capita. So when you think about that, and there's 433 households in the township of Land O'Lakes. So you've got 95 acres, excuse me, of which, what did I say, 83 were land, 13% were water. So in that 83 of land, 433 households live with an 11 people per capita average. So what does that tell us? If you want peace and quiet and privacy, room to move, and access to a lot of fantastic lakes, Land O'Lakes can create a great opportunity for you. You funnel up from Highway 45, right up out of Eagle River. North, you can also come up 51 and scooch over, or right up through Boulder Junction, right up to Highway B, and you can run into Land O'Lakes from just about any area. They also have their own clinic and Aspira Center. They have their own elementary school, and of course we talked about Conserve School already, and they're part of the Northland Pines School District. So kids would go to school back down in Eagle River when they got to high school, but they have their own elementary school up here in Land O'Lakes. It's really quite a beautiful area, beautiful setting. There's some fantastic lakes. I think what I'm going to do now is take you back to the big map and kind of show you where it is platted in Vilas County in northern Wisconsin, butts up right against the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So you can kind of get a visual of what we're looking at here. But I'm going to just do a spin. You've got a lot of great hangars, privately owned hangars out here for people who live up here. They bring in their own plane, land right up here in Land O'Lakes, and they can come up for a long weekend to enjoy themselves. Really great spot. Let's head back to the office and I can show you a little bit more on the map. And unless I change my mind, decide to go show you something someplace else. Also, this is a landing point for ATV and UTV trails as well. I just saw a couple of them scooting out. You can also get from here north to Bond Falls. You've got the Sylvania Forest, which is 18,000 acres of land for hiking and biking and all of that good stuff. But again, I'll take you back to the office and show it to you on a map. I am back at the office and I just wanted to go over a little bit more about the Land O'Lakes area. So I am going to flip the camera and show you a little bit about what I was talking about when we were on the road, so you can kind of get a better idea of the expansive area that is Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin. So as you can see, I said long and lean. This is going to be Phelps. You're going to have Conover and Boulder Junction here to the south, and over here is going to be Winchester. So it runs, again, 95 acres of land, but it runs almost, this is the entire top of Vilas County. This would be the Upper Peninsula. So it's a very long and narrow township. A lot of great things here. As I pointed out earlier, you've got an airport, you've got the Aspirus Medical Center here, brand new grocery store. As you come out on Highway B and head in this direction, you can get over to 51 to go straight south to Minocqua and Chicago area. This would be Highway 45 straight south to the Eagle River, sort of central Wisconsin area. So you kind of have a couple of veins heading up both sides of this particular township. A couple of other great things here. You've got the 9-hole golf course in Land O'Lakes. You have the Frosty Snowmobile Club. You've got ATV and UTV trailheads from here. You've got the Sylvania National Forest land, which is up here. I've got a couple of things opened over here so you can take a look at it. Here's the Sylvania Wilderness, 18,000 acres of hiking and biking trails. This all around is the indication of the hiking and biking trails. You've got your biking and hiking map guide up here. You have bike trails. This take from Land O'Lakes, 22 miles all the way through Conover down into Eagle River. Hoping you can see that pretty clearly there. And then you also have this great app that I use all the time called Map It, which shows you all of the UTV and ATV trails, if you can see that in northern Wisconsin. So Land O'Lakes is going to be over here because this should be Highway 45. So these are all the major trails that come and go from this area. So again, it's being a little bit farther north. Their snowmobile trails and things do pretty well because they're a little bit closer to the snow belt. There's a few more things to also point out over here. You've got some fantastic lakes. We already talked about Black Oak Lake, which is in this region. Up here, you're gonna run into Big Lake and part of the Cisco Lake, which is all part of the Cisco chain, which goes right up into Michigan's Upper Peninsula, which is 15 lake chain, which is also very pristine, unpopulated compared to some of the other chains in northern Wisconsin. But 2 of those lakes actually touch down into Wisconsin, so you can be on the Wisconsin side of the Cisco chain. You've got Forest Lake, which has a fantastic reputation. You've got Palmer Lake up here, High Lake over here as we get down into Boulder Junction, just some other fantastic lakes. You also are tons of Ottawa National Forest land in this area. And of course, with your easy access to Michigan, you can get up into the Sylvania Rec area as well as the Paulding Light, and Northern Waters Museum is in that area as well. So again, if you wanted to be part of that Land O'Lakes community, which has huge access and a huge amount of infrastructure, again, we would love to talk with you further about it. And if we can help you in any way in northern Wisconsin, just give us a call at the JWP Group. We would love to help.